Yo, 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 what is up, YouTube? Playing some Osiris today, not for the A through Z series. I'm actually trying to get Bakasura through right now for the A through Z series. There's going to be 2 videos today. And by the way, I don't have any clue. Which video I'm going to upload first. I suppose it doesn't matter if I spoiled the Bakasura thing, if I upload this one first, because you guys should expect a Bakasura video today anyways, because, well, it's for the A through Z challenge. It's pretty, or series rather. It's pretty predictable, I would say. We're against the Kali, so we have to snowball this early game pretty hard here. I would say we can go this start. This... Yeah, okay. So, we're rushing Dominance, for those of you who are wondering. Why Dominance? Well, because I don't really think we need Golden Blade that bad against a Kali. Her clear is not really that great. So we don't really need to match her clear too much, but also we have Golden Gooseberries, which, for those of you who don't know, Golden Gooseberries is basically like a little Golden Blade. It's a worse one, for sure, but it is a little Golden Blade that helps you with clear. Okay, sorry, I had to mute there because a UFO was going by my house. As you guys noticed, this happens to me a lot. Like, I don't know why, but where I live, everywhere, like everyone here basically has like incredibly loud trucks. Like very, very, very loud trucks. And in that case, I think that was actually like a garbage truck or something. I'm not really sure because it's not the trash day, so I don't know. So that one was a little bit of a special situation, but yeah, people just have super loud trucks around here. Which, not that I'm pretending like it's a huge deal to mute for like 10 seconds or anything, but... Ooh. But yeah, anyways, they buffed Osiris, and they made it to where, they buffed him a lot, actually. That's why we're playing him today, is because, well, he's just a pretty fun character to play, so why not? And I need more video. I don't really want to do 2 A through Z videos in one day. I mean, I could. There's, like, nothing wrong with it, but I just don't really want to. So we had to come up with something to do, and Osiris got buffed, and he's also just a fun character that I enjoy. So, you know, why not? I haven't played Osiris in a hot minute on YouTube anyways. Maybe I don't even have an Osiris video. I'm not sure, actually. But he got buffed in a lot of ways, and I'll tell you about them. One, you might have already noticed one just from this game. His one, the sickle strike actually goes through minions. It works kind of like a Kamazot's one. I'm blanking on like other things it works like. Well, basically it stops on the first god hit, so it can be body blocked essentially. Like they can body block your wave clear, but most people aren't going to be looking to block the sickle, you know. But so they gave him golden gooseberries. They gave everyone golden gooseberries if you want them. This guy decided to go bow. Oh, he's going ability based Kali. I don't know if that's good versus a god like Osiris though. Like, I'm a big fan of ability based Kali, but I don't know if this is the right situation for it. But yeah, so they made, basically his clear is just a lot better because of the recipe that I've mentioned about 1,000 times by now. And they also made it to where his 1 goes through minions and you can clear with it. So you can still level the 2 if you want. I always preferred to level the 1 even before they buffed it because it's just a shorter cooldown. So it actually has higher damage potential than the 2 due to it just being a much shorter cooldown. But now that it can also be used for wave clear, it's just a no-brainer for me. And they also buffed his passive, basically making it to where you used to get 2% damage mitigation for physicals, and then 1% for magicals per passive stack above my character's head right there. Now it's actually just 2% for both, so it's a buff against magicals. Ooh. Get him with another one of those. Another one of those. Maybe we got enough pressure there to invade his blue buff. Let's see, is he backing? I actually would love to stop his back. Okay. I was gonna say I would love to stop his back because the buff isn't up just yet. Trying to get more pressure. I don't really know what this guy's doing. He's like trying to I don't know what he's trying to do yet. Trying to scare me away from his blue buff at this point. Like, I don't really know. Oh, that is unfortunate. That's a stun. That 2 would have hit him, to be clear. That 2 definitely would have hit him and killed him, but he jumped it, unfortunately. Actually, we should just back here because I want to be able to contest that red buff too. Let's go straight into the Berserker's Shield, get as much attack speed online as we can. Oh, and also there's another Osiris buff that they added to his 3, lowering, like, when you're tethered, you have an attack speed reduction by 20%. So he got a lot of buffs recently, like a lot of buffs. Oh, this guy could not secure the buff, man. But yeah, so he got a lot of buffs, and you know, I don't mean to like keep circling back, but that's why we're not going Golden Blade, by the way, is because we have super good clear. But you may also ask, because there is other options, like if not Golden Blade Rush, what else do you go? I think Dominance is pretty good because it's pretty good damage. It has a good start. You can start a health chalice with it. It's pretty good. Ooh. But also because it gives you mana sustain. The Berserkers doesn't have mana on it like Breastplate would. You know, like that would be another option. So we need, or we don't need mana sustain, but we love mana sustain. It's really nice to have. In the early game, it allows us to stay for longer. Right now I have an insane mana sustain because we have the blue buff as well, but even if we didn't have the blue buff, we'd be doing pretty okay. That's why Dominance is so good. Another option actually is Aussie start. You could start Aussie. Definitely nothing wrong with that. It just doesn't have as much mana sustain that I like. And we probably will end up going Aussie still this game. I don't know, we'll see. The only items I have locked in 100% that we're going to be building is the 2 that I already have and Serrated Edge. Those are my only 3 items that are locked in. Everything else is, we'll see, depending on the game. Might go an oboe to kill the Titan right in front of her. Ooh, you know, a little bit. I thought she was jumping to us, but a little bit of front door action. We might go Aussie. We might not. We might go crit. We might not. We'll see how this game plays out. Might need to get anti-heal. Probably not against Akali, but I suppose it is possible. Ugh. We're missing. We're missing. Oh, and as the title probably suggests, I'm probably put something about it in the title or the thumbnail. Another reason why I wanted to play Osiris is just because since he got buffed, like he was already a fine character to pick, but he had his flaws. Ugh. Even though he had his flaws, he was definitely still a fine character in Duel. In fact, he used to be insane back when Mannequins was a thing, because Mannequins helped out his clear a lot. Also, mages and stuff weren't as good back then. That's another part of it. But the point is his clear got buffed, so he may not be a Mannequins Osiris anymore, but I do think he's back to a certain degree. Oh, I thought I used my 3 like forever ago. Guess not. She ulted Omega early. What the? The only reason she's even coming close to boxing me right now, by the way, is because, well, she got a free back and I didn't get to reset right there. But also because she has Midgardian Mail. Midgardian's actually really impactful in the early game, I would say. Where is it? I don't know why I chose the attack speed tab to try to find Serrated Edge, but you know, whatever. Dude, these voice lines from these skins, like, I get some people might like it, but dude, does anyone else feel like these gods just talk so much? I feel like me recording is literally just talking over a character all game long. Like, even when you're not fighting, you're just buying items and stuff. Like, right now. Oh, like, they just don't stop talking. I don't notice it when I'm streaming because I have music playing and it's, you know, fine. But when I'm recording, I have no music at all. And so I'm just, like, forced to listen to this guy yelling for 20 minutes. Dude, that Midgard slow is so impactful. I would say Midgard is honestly the only reason why characters like Baka, I mean, Baka's really good, but the characters like Rom, characters like Apollo, characters like Osiris, who their main majority damage is auto attacks. I swear, if Midgardian weren't so good right now, for those of you who don't know, it got buffed not too long ago, maybe like a few months back. And if Midgardian wasn't as good as it is right now, these characters would be even higher tier. But the Midgardian really does screw me over a lot. Not to the point where I think we're just going to simply lose off of it by any means, but it definitely sucks. Yeah, we're gonna get beads. We're just gonna go the cooldown route. Beads mid. I love doing this a lot. Also, I think beads is just pretty good against Kali, especially when they're doing the one-shot combo stuff. Aegis is really good for it too, but I don't know. I just feel weird buying Aegis on a warrior. You know, like I'm not like some flimsy little mage. I'm a warrior, so I'd rather just cleanse the CC and attack her than Aegis it. Aegis the combo, I mean. It's raw! So we bought a red potion, by the way. You might have noticed. I should have said something about that. The reason for it is because, well, I just had enough gold, right? But also because we were trying to pressure the early game as hard as we can. This is more like the mid game at this point, but... Oh, okay. She just didn't ult. I guess she didn't expect me to have that much damage. I don't know. Maybe she clicked it late. It's one of those situations where like the animation went off, but I don't know what just happened there. I know we have a dual orb though, so we can hit this a decent amount. I hope you're ready to eat your words. Alright, so we're a little bit low HP here, and she still has her ult. I mean, we're kind of healing a lot, though, with Serrated and a potion. And we have the med still. So I'm not saying we just straight up lose this fight, but we just have to play a little bit more careful. A little bit more strategic and smart. I might even just beads this stun, you know? Because why not? I don't think I need the beads that desperately right now. I don't think she can kill me. Especially if I pop the med. Alright, we got her. I kind of want to pick up that dual orb, but I don't want to risk... I don't know if I can make it to the Phoenix or not. Oof. Maybe that's the difference of whether we get this or not. Okay, unlucky, whatever. We're still snowballing super hard, though. I think we're doing a really good job overall. Let's just get an Aussie. So you remember how I said that I only have, dude, see, this is one of those moments where I'm just talking over the god, and like maybe in my headset is the problem. Like I have my headset turned up too loud, so it's too loud in my ears, kind of thing. It makes it harder to ignore it. I just turned it down a little bit, but the problem is it muffles my voice. Like for those of you who don't know, I can hear myself speak, and it muffles my voice when I turn my headset down. That's why I don't like doing it. But whatever, man. I'll stop complaining about it. We do what we do. Playing some duels. Living life. Living large. But we got the Aussie because it's a pretty good snowball item. Like I could have went oboe. I could have went oboe as well, and that would have done the job. But like because we're about to get the bull demon more than likely, and we're about to go on the Titan and start front dooring it, which is why we're gonna get oboe next. I decided to wait though in case we don't get the bull demon super early. Or even right now, like, even though we don't have oboe, we can still do some good front dooring on the Titan. For those of you who don't know, front dooring, basically just when you're attacking when you're focusing the Titan over the god, and the god is actually there to defend. Because if they weren't there to defend, that'd be called backdooring. But if the god is here, okay, so like this is kind of backdooring, I guess, but I didn't do it in like any sneaky way. Like he knew where I was, he just chose to wait to stop me for whatever reason. Maybe I can bait this Chester. No, okay. Because his 2 was down for a little while there, so I was thinking maybe he might jump on it just to try to get it. But we have an insane amount of sustain here with our serrated... We're double lifesteals, serrated edge oboe, or serrated edge Aussie. We're actually just going to buy... While he's clearing the wave and busy with that, we're just going to go ahead and buy an oboe. Why not? Buy an oboe out of his fountain. For those of you who don't know, that's how all the fountains work the same as far as like you can buy items from them. With the exception of the assault fountain, obviously. But you can buy items from the enemy fountain. The only thing that's different from your fountain and their fountain is, you know, healing versus damage. But technically they both work as stores, the same. So now we're just gonna front door this Titan, man. I don't know. And people to this day, when I stream, still ask me why you buy oboe. That is why. It did 1100 damage to the Titan and 600 damage to the enemy god, and I barely even used it. Like, we got just a few procs going back and forth. Like, I didn't even get to do it. Like, that was almost underwhelming, honestly, how fast we just killed the Titan. And that was a very, very quick game, so I think I'm just gonna queue it up again, honestly. Hit the queue again, try to get another Osiris game. I don't know, maybe we do our Baka recording in between the games. Who knows? I'll let you guys know when we get into the next game. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and hit the queue and get into another game, since that one was a super short one. Thank you guys for clicking the video. See you in the next game. All right, guys, we're back into going into the second game, I guess. I went ahead and started the recording in the loading cards like I've talked about before. I do that now, or if I can remember, anyways. When I do a two-parter, I like to start the game in the card art phase, so you guys can see, you know, what player level they are, what their god worshippers are, if they have a GM border, stuff like that. I know you guys are interested in that because, you know, I've had at least a couple people comment about it. We're gonna do the same start against a Freya. I actually don't even remember if this is the same guy. I don't think it's the same guy. Same start here. Boom, boom. Like I said, the old start was definitely just to go, actually, maybe we get a horrific against a Freya. Why not? The old start would definitely be Golden Blade because he just didn't have enough clear, you know? But like I've explained about 1,000 times in this video, I know I'm getting annoying at this point. But yeah, he just has better clear now, so there's no reason not to just start some damage, you know? And like I said, I like to start this damage over other damage items because this damage allows me to not go in 2 seconds. 3 matches for my first time Masters, and I get you. Good luck, have fun. Good luck, have fun. I don't know if that's like toxic to say, dude. Do people think that's toxic? Like when they're like, "Oh no, I'm gonna lose." Good luck. Good luck losing, bucko. Hope you enjoy getting your buns beat, man. Dude, I am clearing this so slow. Holy man. I think we just wait here. I don't want to get hit by the second round of her pulsiness. Alright, we got all of our minions. That's good for us. Her pulsiness is down, but it's about to be up again because she has a blue buff. Honestly, the most annoying thing about Freya Pulse in the early game isn't even like the damage or whatever, it's just the slow it applies. Like, how many characters can you think of at level 3 slow you with their auto attacks? It's kind of annoying, man. Annoying to deal with. But we deal. Alright, we should be able to make it there in time. She might kill the smalls, which will make her hit level 5. Yep, she just hit level 5 there. We should be able to make it here, though, no? Oh, well. We fumbled the bag. Goes how it goes. We don't have our ult, and she does. We're gonna horrific right as she starts using her auto attack based things. She still has her ult, so we gotta keep that in mind. Doesn't looks like she's gonna waste it. I agree with that, by the way. Some of you guys may be like, you know, why wouldn't she ult there? What a noob! Like, my damage wasn't that high. You know, she had time to ult, right? Well, I'm like 95% sure she would die there no matter what. So it's actually smart to save the ult. So overall, actually maybe she died. Now that I think about it, I think she might have died because she went for the blue. Like, not the fact that she went on it originally, is the fact that she like double backed. You know, she went further in my jungle, which she did juke my stun while she did it. That's true, but yeah, she just kind of put herself deeper in my jungle, and also she decided to fight me when I have horrific. I think she should have just instantly ulted the second I horrificed her. Basically just not even take the fight. But remember those buffs I mentioned earlier in the video? The buffs are coming in huge here, by the way. Not the clear, not that for the 1,000th time. What's coming in huge here is, let's get Pestilence. Pestilence for anti-heal. She's going, her character has healing and also Bancroft's. Her character has lifesteal, I should say, not healing. She has lifesteal on her passive. But, They made it to where Osiris is tankier against magicals now. That's gonna come in huge in this game, obviously. And also they made it to where he has an attack speed slow on the 3, like I mentioned earlier. And the attack speed slow against a character like Freya, you know, that's part of why I went horrific, because she's immobile, but also because she relies heavily on her attack speed. Attack speed slows against a god like Freya are very good. Right now, her attack speed... Oh. Okay, she's just got to be panicking at this point. Like, she was super close to the tower. I don't know why she did that. Hope you excuse the mess. Target locked. Oh, I used a different skin, by the way. Which I won't do every single time I do a two-parter. But, I mean, I just thought about it. It'd be kind of easier for you guys to recognize the difference of games, you know, just immediately without even looking at the matchup. Because, you know, I'm using a different skin in the 2 different games, so... Hopefully that helps you guys out, saves you guys just a little bit of time if you are skipping through. Or maybe you AFK'd and you came back 10 minutes later and you're like, dude, did this guy just move on to a whole nother game? I don't know what kind of a savage... Oh, actually, her ult is down, right? Okay, she has a shell. She can't really chase me there because of the tether. She either got stunned there or she just backed out of the radius to not get stunned. Either way, it got her off me. So we call that a dub. Alright, we missed our 1. We actually might have had kill... maybe not. Alright, our 1 is now max. It's hitting hard. Looking good, feeling good. If we land both of our abilities, she dies, right? I don't think I hit either one of them. As long as we land both of our abilities perfectly, misses literally everything. Well, this is what we call in the business a sketchy and unnecessary and bad play. Thankfully, she's not aware that that was a terrible play. She could have just ran straight down lane and did the red buff and maybe even chased me off and maybe even got my buff. Oh wait, she never backed, actually. Never mind. I'm Lido mode, man. She never backed. Never mind. Cancel everything I said. I thought she backed and she would have made it her way back to lane and be full HP and chase me off there, but I guess she just kind of walked over and waited for me to get off her blue. She was just waiting around the wall. Okay. Not too bad then. I definitely could have been abused there though. Like my pathing and what I decided to do there was pretty bad. She actually ended up going... This is an interesting buy. I'm not even saying it's bad. It's gonna give her some crowd control reduction, which makes my stun duration a little bit shorter. Certainly good for her. It's only 10% though, so it's not that big of a deal. But also, it makes her tankier than the other option, Berserker Shield. But what it also does is it lowers her offensive capabilities, I would say. Ooh. Yeah, she's gonna have to ult that. I don't know if she even realizes it or not, but she got my tether when she did that. I wasted my tether. Okay. Okay, I mean, I don't know. I think her shell might have still been down, actually. I could have potentially got the dual orb there and definitely got this tower, but I actually don't want to get this tower yet. I kind of want to keep it around. Something you'll see me do a fair amount in these videos is I like to keep the tower, especially if it's super early game. I like to keep the tower around as long as I can. Maybe not as long as I can, but for longer than I normally would. Because it's just kind of like, the tower's on my side is the way I see it. It's not really stopping me from diving her too much. I don't really need to dive her that much more. Also, the tower's just not that scary to me. Osiris is a warrior. He's a pretty tanky character. Look at this. And we're also going to get beads because we want to be able to beads the banish. So that way it's not just a free way to get out of my my stun on my 3. But wait, what was I even just... I was talking about something, man. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the tower is on my side because it actually takes away her gold. This isn't like Conquest, where if a tower shoots your minion, you lose like a percentage of the gold. You actually lose all of the gold in Duel. So the way I see it is that tower is on my side, just robbing this Freya of gold, and I would like to keep it around for a little bit longer to steal some more gold from her. So, and it may not add up to be that much. It might only be like 200 gold, 300 gold. But, you know, little things like that are what make the difference in Duel sometimes. Not always. Sometimes you could do everything wrong and still win or whatever. Sometimes you can do everything right and still lose. but I don't think that's worth beads. Like, I'm going to save my beads for the actual red buff fight, assuming there is a red buff fight. Wait, oh, she's still here. Alright, that's fine. Horrific for her ult is good, because now I can ult her and stick to her. Oh, I missed my slow. I should have just waited for the stun, but it does not matter. It does not matter, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, and there's a surrender. I don't know. Normally, this would be like I don't include this. I don't include this game, or I make it a two-parter, but this is already a two-parter. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess this is just the end of the video, man. Like, I don't know. Like, let me know in the comments below, by the way, like how you feel about this. Like, should I have done a third game? Should I have just waited until I got a good game, which might not ever happen? Like, I could spend, you know, I could spend 3 hours on this Osiris recording and still not actually get anything from it. So I don't know. It's rough out here playing Duel and with people F6ing and playing gods like Kali who have no early game whatsoever. But for those of you who are wondering, I would say, just to give you guys an Osiris build, and by the way, I think that Freya's build was mostly fine, but I probably would have went Berserkers instead of Phalanx or whatever it's called, because I don't know, I just like having the attack speed up front. For those of you who don't know, Phalanx, how it works is it has attack speed, but only when you get auto-attacked. So, you know, if they don't hit you, you don't get any attack speed, and it's super like it's a bad offensive option. It's just a defense item at that stage, whereas Berserkers is both. You know, it's really good. So overall, I'd say the Osiris build that I would be going for most games. Like I said, it depends. There are some variables that change it for sure, but I would say in most games, because I'm also making the assumption that I'm able to get the Phoenix and I'm the one aggressing and going on their Titan. And the reason why I point that out is because I'm going to build Oboe here, and Oboe I wouldn't build if you're the losing person. Like if you're the one getting beat up a lot, I would probably just go a different item, but most of the time you're able to push the Titan, or at least I am in my games, you know. I guess it depends. But I would go these 3 items, core, pretty much every single game. And then my average build, honestly, maybe Aussie is really good right here. You like force them to go lifesteal, or anti-heal rather, which is pretty good. And then you get this. And by the way, I just love Demon Blade on pretty much every character. Like, I just think it's a super sick item. I build it all the time. By no means do you have to do this, especially if you're playing objective-minded and you're mainly just trying to kill the Titan, which is what you would do to get, you know, for getting this Oboe. So if you would rather, you could just go, you know, if you really need anti-heal that bad and you're not against a magical. Because if you're against a magical, you would build Pestilence. If you need anti-heal, you would just get this instead of Shoguns or whatever. But if you're against a physical and you really need anti-heal, you can go with Toxic Blade and that can replace this, like that. Or you can not go the Oboe and you can do that, you know, whatever. You can go the anti-heal earlier if you need it. But yeah, I'd say this is my personal standard build, but I could understand why some people aren't as big of a fan of the Demon Blade. You could test out Kin Size. Kin Size used to be an Osiris staple item. It's very good, but they did nerf it to where it's basically more effective against tanks and less effective against squishies. And while you do build defense in Duel, you don't really build a lot of HP. So I haven't tested this enough. Maybe you guys can run some jungle practices and see if you think it's worth it. If you think it's worth it, then swap this out and get this, or swap this out and do it like this. If you guys like the Kin Size, definitely give it a shot. But overall, I don't really think it's as much of a Duel item these days, but you know, to each their own if you like it. Boomerang's pretty good. I would never build Boomerang over Demon Blade though. I mean, I just don't really see the point. I think Demon Blade's pretty much better in every situation. And the last item I'll give you guys is, a lot of people like this item, and the only reason I'm not suggesting it more is because we already have so much pen, and you could swap out Serrated for it if you wanted. You could swap out Dominance for it if you wanted, whatever. But me personally, I like the build that I have down here. But you could actually not go Oboe or not go Demon Blade, whatever. Boom, boom. This is actually, the Executioner is going to help you at killing the Titan more than the Demon Blade would. So if you truly are just looking to kill that Titan at all costs, looking to PvE, it helps you against the, I'd say they're both pretty even against Bull Demon, but you can't crit the Titan, so that's why Demon Blade's not as good. But a lot of people love themselves some Executioner, and I'm not saying I dislike it. It's definitely a good item. It's just, if you look at this build, it has a ton of pen already. 20% pen on the auto attacks for dominance, 20% pen in general for serrated, And then when you get a crit, which you only have 1 crit item, so you're not going to get that many, but you're bound to get 1, you get 10% crit, or 10% pen for like 4 seconds off the Demon Blade. So you have enough pen here to where you don't need Xe, but I mean, just because you don't need it doesn't mean you don't want to buy it. You know, you could definitely swap it for either one of these items if you really wanted to, or even one of the pen items if you'd prefer. You got plenty of options. Well, the one last thing I'm going to throw on here, which isn't really an Osiris thing, it's kind of just a melee thing, you know. A lot of melees like to have this option, but just so you guys know, there's always, where is it? There's some matchups, you actually will make or break the matchup by building this. So like, say they're not camping their base and you just need to fight them. You don't need the oboe, right? You go Magi's Revenge, you immune one of their CCs, run at them, do more damage. It's really, really good. You can stack that with a beads and double CC immune, or you can even forego the beads and not get it and get a better relic or whatever, like a shell or a horrific or a sprint, and just use your Magi's Revenge. But yeah, I just figured I'd throw in the Magi's Revenge as like a little specialty item for melees in general here at the end. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And again, let me know, like, do you guys think that it's bad to put like a short game at the back? I don't know. Let me know how you guys feel about it. I think you guys are just gonna, you know, appreciate the video regardless, but you know, maybe you guys have some harsh opinions about it, whatever. You know, I want the content to be good for you guys, so let me know what you guys think. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching and clicking the video. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.